consolidate operations from 2 garages into 1. So making more employee parking, that's what you saw, which frees up some space so that we can park more buses at this facility. Then we can close the Rockville Center garage, which will save us on a 12-year basis, a 12-month basis, about $2 million a year going forward. There are some, and that's a net, there are some increases in expenses. That means we burn up some extra deadhead miles. There may be some slight efficiency losses, but we get rid of $2 million worth of expense before service, and that's simply too much to pass up. So that was the first thing that happened. Second thing that happened was that in the meantime, the MTA's change in the price of Metro cards has gone into effect, and that adds about $800,000 in revenue for Nassau County for this coming year. We don't have to do anything about it. It's simply a price change, and so the MTA does it, and we get the effect without doing anything. What they did basically was reduce the bonus that you get when you buy a multi-ride Metro card, which in effect is a disguised price increase. The discount goes down, so we get a small benefit out of that based on our current Metro card usage. So then the last part, the part that none of us want to do, is the service cuts. They're scheduled for April 9. The recommendation that we made to you at the February 16th meeting was to eliminate 10 routes and to apply major reductions to 4 routes. And I'll get to the detail on that in just a minute. Also, going along with that, at levels that doesn't require committee approval, there's some changes in the frequency on some routes and the span. Span means first in the morning to last at night. We can reduce that span. In a few cases, we can take off late trips and save a little bit of money that way. That didn't come for your approval because that falls well below the threshold that requires your approval. We're also putting, it's not part of the cut, but it does improve efficiency a little bit. We're putting 5 articulated buses into service on the N6 beginning on the same day, April 9, which allows us to add a little bit of capacity without adding much expense at all. And you'll recall we recommended, and so it's not up for discussion today at all, that there be no change in the Able Ride service area, because as vital as the fixed route service is to people, the Able Ride service for those customers is even more vital. And so both then and now, Able Ride changes are not on the table at all. Here's this program of service cuts that you looked at and approved.
I'm here to address take down all notes and all your concerns and bring it back to the legislators actually this evening or meeting. And Legislator Drucker from Legislative District 16 has prepared a statement which he asked me to read into the record, and I can give you a copy when I'm done.
Well, just 3 minutes.
It should be less. Good afternoon, members of the board. As a fierce advocate for the sustaining of all existing bus routes in Nassau County, I urge you to consider postponing today's scheduled vote. I respectfully request that today's scheduled vote be postponed until such time that the New York State budget has been finalized, because there exists the strong possibility of additional funding, which may negate the proposed devastating cuts to both bus routes. Due to the fact that the state budget has not yet been finalized, it is my opinion that voting on a budget today is premature and therefore imprudent. I am requesting that today you instead adopt a conditional budget contingent upon changes as per the completion of the state budget, and table a formal budget vote until on or about May 1st or such time that the New York State budget has passed. I'm also requesting that all plans for routes, continuations, eliminations, and service reductions are made public immediately for the sake of all riders whose lives and jobs depend so heavily on these routes. As many of you may know, I spent the morning the other day riding both the N78 and N79 buses. I had the opportunity to meet and speak to many people whose lives would be negatively affected by the elimination of these routes. I urge you to take pause and consider this postponement. Additionally, in regard to the planned closing of the Rockville Center Depot, scheduled for April 7, 2017, I would like to be informed as to what will be done with the proposed $2 million savings from the closing of this location. If the determination is made that the facility is not to be closed, I am requesting to be informed in detail onto how those funds are being reallocated and which bus routes will be affected as a result. Thank you for your consideration. Legislator, Nassau County Arnold Drucker of Legislative District 19, and I realize some of these have been answered, and I will bring that back to him, but what hasn't been, if we could
Okay.
have further dialogue, I'd appreciate
Will
it.
do.
Thank you.
Get to and from work every day. A few things I wanted to mention. I'm very happy to see the N78, 79, and 19 especially be continue running, because it really is a huge impact for lots of people. And I know a lot of people will be very happy to hear the news about that. Hopefully it will continue to run, especially if the money comes through. Also, I did look at the report from Newsday the other day on Monday night, and I had a question regarding if for some odd reason the money that we thought maybe wouldn't be available, the 6.8 million, I doubt it will happen, but if for some reason that did happen, when would be the earliest that the routes could be restored potentially? And also, just a couple of other things. I also saw on the nice Twitter page about an AbleRide mobile ticketing app. I use AbleRide sometimes, and it's supposed to come out this spring. Is there an update regarding when that will be available? And also, I did mention this in an email, but is there a possibility to have an app like the fixed route buses that people can see in ETA when their ride will be there, so that way they don't have to call AbleRide and the agents are less hectic with trying to figure that out. Thank you so much.
A question regarding one of your slides, which I just lost, but your variable costs, are they netted out? Because you're getting some income on the route, so are you accounting for that in your variable cost? Number two is a statement that I live in Port Washington, and I've been here before to get bus service on West Shore Road, Port Washington's Roslyn. I see numerous bus lines, I think there are 3 of them, going by the clock tower there. If they just made a left turn and did a 5-mile loop, I think it would pay for itself. You can argue, but there are industrial park, and there are seniors who could use the bus. But even perhaps more than that, they could use the AbleRide, which they would then be eligible for. Right now, they're far enough from the fixed bus route that they don't get AbleRide. Thank you.
Landlords, I live in Far Rockaway by Land Creek Bridge. The 36, we need a 36. I hope that's to be eliminated. And if people live in East Rockaway, it's going to be very angry. If people live in Bowman Harbor, it'll be very angry. And the 36 is the most important bus, but the 62 is good, which is Freeport Shuttle, which goes to Nautical Mile, where it's good. Especially at that, we need that in the summertime. We need a 62. We need to go north, come on, more lively, but it's 36, they better not be eliminated. The 36 is the most important bus. Everybody should agree. We need a 62, but 36 is more important than a 62. 62 we need too. Okay, I hope everybody agrees.
My name is Yuki, and
You're part of the Bus Riders Union, right?
Yeah.
Mr. Randall?
yeah,
Thank you, Mr. Randall. Is that right there?
yeah.
Thank you. My name is Yuki Endo, resident of Jackson Heights, Queens, and member of the Long Island Bus Riders Union, fighting for better bus service on Long Island. I am not happy with April's service cuts, and it is important to keep N19, N57, N79 bus, and N72 in Suffolk County running all times. After April 9th, on weekday basis, N57 bus riders along Bayview Avenue, East Shore Road, and Station Road will be confused because there are no bus stops for N57 buses due to clockwise and counterclockwise loop bus and bus stops at announcement locations only, and people will be waiting for N57 bus that will never come. If you cut N79 bus, Plainview Hospital, Walt Whitman Mall will lose business along with no connection to HART, fixed route, and paratransit under February 2017 plan, as well as the N19 bus is a major coverage route as well. Along with that, N45, N46, N51, Hicksville-Wantagh shuttle, only people who are near N54, 55, N70, 71, 72, N48, N49 could walk few miles to nearby bus stops, including from Seaford-Massapequa Park. I hope this state funding could keep N19 and N79 buses running. I am also concerned about weekend elimination of N27 bus and Sunday service on N21 bus because this will be a huge mistake because there will be no bus service on Sunday. I have suggested to the mayor of Glen Cove to expand their Glen Cove Loop shuttle bus to Roslyn Station for connection to the N20H and N23 bus. Also, cutting Sunday service on the N33 bus is another mistake because Long Beach and the Rockaways Peninsula are still under recovery from Hurricane Sandy, impacted barrier islands, and it is important for those buses to run. I do not agree with N36 cuts because this will force riders to take a taxi to the nearby N4, 4X, or N40, 41, or 43 bus stops, as well as the N35 bus stop on Atlantic Avenue, Grand Avenue premise. But N35 bus is very unreliable on Sundays because sometimes it never shows up. I agree with the cut to Rockville Center Community Shuttle, Freeport Community Shuttle, and Mercy Medical Center Shuttle. I am also upset with the closure of the Rockville Center Bus Depot garage. Imagine if entire diesel pump stands at this bus depot, Mitchellfield Bus Depot, breaks down. It means that there will be no buses will be leaving bus depots because all buses will not have diesel fuel. Rockville Center Bus Depot serves as backup, and it is not a good idea to close this major historical bus depot in Rockville Center and Nice Bus. If possible, please delay the April 2017 service cut and maybe rescue money could come. If not, I would like to see N19, N36, N45, N57, N79, and N72 buses returning to Babylon. After the April 9th service cut, lots of restaurants, hospitals, senior centers, car dealerships, auto repair shops, and wait time for taxi or car service will be increased to 1 hour wait, or some nice bus riders decide to use a taxi or car service, or the overcrowding on MTA LIRR branches due to the nice bus cut. I have collected signatures on petition24.com, which I'll present to Nassau County Bus Transit Committee, including nice bus survey sheets. Respectfully yours truly, Yuki Endo.